Right, I just want to give you all a quick update on my second manifestation, which was the completion of my house sale. And wow, we're supposed to be completing tomorrow, and there were a few details that hadn't been made clear to my ex-partner on the purchase of his flat. So it was a big one because we have a dog that we share, and the dog's going to live with him. And the clause in the lease said that it's no pets. Like 24 hours before we're due to complete, they said no pets. It's like, what the hell? So the solicitors are working on it, and they're trying to rectify it because now my ex doesn't want to obviously go ahead with the purchase, which means that the whole thing could fall through. But this is where you've got to stay in trust, right? This is where you've got to follow your knowing. This is where you've got to really dig deep and say, this ain't my story. Fuck this shit. So, as scary as this is right now, I've been manifesting this for months. I can see it so clearly. I've been picturing that money in my bank account. I have been dreaming of this moment and visualizing it so clearly that it is so deeply ingrained in me. There is no other option. So I say, fuck this shit. This ain't my story. My reality is the one that goes. That's all. And I believe that this sale will go through and nothing is going to stop it. And I'm just going to spend the rest of tonight in total trust and faith that everything is going to work out exactly how it needs to, that this is just a test of faith. And there's one thing that I realized really clearly. You just can't buy into the 3D. You cannot start getting sucked into other people's stories. You can't. Whatever someone says or does around you, just if it doesn't resonate with you, don't fucking listen, right? Ignore it. Stay in your end. Stay in trust. And stay tuned. And I'll let you know tomorrow what happens. Wish me luck. Hi guys. Right, it's the morning after the night before. And the news is we're completing! Yeah! I stayed in my end. I did exactly what I said I was going to do last night. I stayed in trust. I kept affirming. And I just kept coming back to the knowing. Like I said, I know I looked upset yesterday and you were probably thinking, she's lost it. But honestly, I just trusted in that knowing. It felt like it had to be. There was just no friggin' way the universe would have brought me the perfect motorhome, would have given me everything that I had been manifesting, only to take it away at this last freaking moment. So the solicitors worked really hard. They got the clauses changed on some of the contracts for my ex. So he is now allowed his dog, well, our dog. All the other bits and pieces have been sorted out. Him and his friends are already loading up the vans, moving everything out. So I'm going to go over and help clean the house and just help move some of the stuff across. I've got to go and pick up a van now. So, yeah, so that we can help load up and then we'll move everything across. My son is staying at my mother-in-law's with the dog for the next few days while we got all this sorted. But honestly, I'm so fucking happy. I could just cry. And I have a lot. I've cried a lot these last few days because it's been such a high. Like Monday, finding that motorhome and seeing the way that the universe was just building everything up. It was incredible. And then to have this happen, and I knew exactly what it was. Wednesday night, it was purely like we're not always tested, right? But like not everything is a test. It's not a game, but it kind of is because it's fun. But it's really about when you ask the universe for something, you better be clear what you're asking for. And so it's kind of like Wizard of Oz. That's how so you'll see on another playlist I've got, I do channel messages. So every so often I do channel stuff. And one of the things that I saw clearly was about Wizard of Oz. And it's funny because I had this image in my head, and then I saw this YouTube short with Morgan Freeman, which actually, good synchronicity, it matched up with it. So, like with the Wizard of Oz, okay, so you had the lion who wanted to be brave, you had the Tin Man who wanted a heart, and you had the Scarecrow who wanted a brain, and Dorothy just wanted to get the fuck out of there. And she got a nice pair of shoes to go with it, so it wasn't all bad. But anyway, the point is, the wizard didn't just give them what they were asking for, right? They had to go on a journey of discovery. They had to understand that it was already there within them all along. They had to find it in themselves. It's nothing that anyone can give you. You are the conscious creators of your reality, but you are also the creators of your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs. You create everything that goes on up here. And everything that goes on in here, you create it all. Nobody else, nothing else. It's just experiences that are happening. But so basically, I kept asking. My biggest thing has been trust, because of things that I've gone through in my life, experiences as a child and even as an adult. I've been through a lot of traumatic things. I may go into that in other videos, but for now, so trust has been a really big thing for me. And I remember last year just saying to my friend, I just want to know how to trust again. I just want to be able to trust, because I've always trusted myself and I always trusted the universe, but I found it difficult to trust other people sometimes. And so I asked the universe, I asked God, and I said, please just allow me to trust. Help me find a way to trust. And my God, the last freaking 9 months has been a test, both with my SP, with money, with work, with everything. But this process, when I decided to become a very conscious manifester back in February, this is what's led me to, when I wrote those 3 things in my journal, what I wanted to do with the job, to do with the house sale, and to do with my SP. And the motorhome was just an extra part of that, because obviously once I sold the property, where was I going to live? And originally I was going to live on a boat, but that didn't work out. So the universe had other ideas, right? So this video that I watched from Morgan Freeman related to that, because it said when you ask God for something, he won't give you the thing you're asking for. He will give you the tools to cultivate it for yourself. So if you want to be brave, he will give you experiences where you need to be brave. If you want to be strong, he'll give you experiences that help build up your resilience. So if you want to learn trust, if you want to be trusting, then you'll be given experiences where you have to dig fucking deep and trust. And my God, have I been put through the ringer, especially with this house sale. I mean, most people, right, yesterday, with what they were told, they would have crumbled and they would have just gone, well, to hell with this is obviously never going to happen. But I didn't. I stayed in trust, I stayed in faith, and I did the same with the motorhome, with the fact that I've literally been pretty much sofa surfing for the last year and a bit, between living with my mum, my sister, now my friend Sarah. I've been just here, there and everywhere. I've been such a nomad. In a way, it's kind of preparing me for van life, but it's been really difficult. I just want to get my stability and my security. I want to be financially secure. I want to be stable in having my own place. And I know it's a van, but I don't fucking care. It's gonna feel like home to me, and I could just go wherever I want. I wanted freedom, but I really wanted to learn trust. So this experience really did push me into trust, and I stuck with it, and look what happened. So I just want to let you guys know that if you're ever wavering at that point, it's like I said before, when you are on the verge of a breakdown, you are really on the verge of a breakthrough. So no matter how tough this 3D experience gets, no matter what you are facing, whether you get fired from your job, whether the money situation looks bleak, whether your specific person's telling you they never want to speak to you again, it doesn't matter. It's all happening for your own good. It's all happening so that you can build, create, cultivate that resilience, that trust, that faith, that belief, that self-respect, that self-worth, that love, that passion, that desire for what it is that you're trying to create, because you are the ultimate creator. So as you can tell, I'm a very passionate person. I'm an Aries, sorry. Actually, not sorry. No, I'm an Aries and I'm very bloody proud, and I'm proud to be a passionate person. So now that I've got this emotional bit out of the way, I better hurry up and go and get this van and get this house moving sorted, because God, by the end of today, I'm going to have money in my account. And this whole process has been going on since last October. My God, this has been the longest few months of my life. But it's all happening. So, there you go. If you are ever wondering whether to give up or not, don't give up. Do not give up. Just take a breath, take a pause, take a step back, get yourself back in alignment, and then get back on with it. Because this is literally live proof that staying in trust, staying in your end, and firmly sticking with your knowing and your belief and your intuition will see you through. Right, I'm going to go and get the van. I'll update you in a bit with what happens later. Okay, I just got home and I am one sweaty mess. Excuse the hair, but oh my God, I need a shower. That feels like the longest day of my life. But we did it. Everyone's moved in. Oh God, it's chaos. But we did it. We did it. And I just checked my bank balance. And the money's in there. And I'll tell you what, Abraham Hicks is right 100% when she says the joy and the fun is in the unfolding of the manifestation. It is not in the getting of the thing you're trying to manifest at all. Because, I'm sorry, I've been such an emotional wreck today, but when you've been trying to work towards something for a long time, it does take a toll. Anyway, so I thought achieving this, seeing that money, going through this, I thought there would be exhilaration. And it's just this sense of relief that came over me, like, it's finally done. And then I was like, oh, now what? It's like, what do I do now? Because it's over. And it's like such a fleeting feeling. It's like you go from this, yeah, now what do I do? And that is, in a way, what you need to experience, because then you understand that manifestation is an ongoing process. You are manifesting every day, all the time. So you're constantly wanting, which is brilliant, because it means you constantly have desires and wishes and dreams and goals. So go out there and fucking go and get them. Don't ever let anything hold you back. So then I sat there and I was like, well, what do I want now? I don't know. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I don't know what career I want to do next. I don't know if I want to stick with my floristry. I don't know if I want to carry on with doing the retreats. I know that I do want to do more of my coaching and the spiritual mentoring. I still would love to work with kids. There's so much I want to do. I want to go traveling. It's just so much. And it's just infinite fucking possibilities right now. So what I also want to do is hopefully pass on some help for anybody that is still manifesting their SP with relation to this. In that, right now, if you're in that mode of needing them, wanting them, missing them, desperately wishing that everything would just work out,
they will bring you happiness. Okay, we know that being with that person will just light us up. We know that they're the one for us. We know we want to be together. We know that they, well, at least I hope you know that they love you too. This is a mutual thing. You wouldn't feel it if it wasn't meant for you. But I also need you to know that when you get it, that high will be fleeting. That high will not last forever. It's like the bubble love phase, it's the honeymoon period. Receiving it is not the gift, it's not the prize, it's not the end. Receiving it is just part of the story because you're gonna want to do other things. So don't think that once you're with your SP, your life's gonna be perfect and everything else is just gonna fall into place and that's it. You'll never be wanting anything again, because it's just not true. You're always going to be wanting, and that's amazing. And that is why it is so essential to make sure you stay in your own energy, that you stay in your lane, that you don't get sucked out into other people's stories, that you really stay authentic and true to you, and just keep dreaming, just keep manifesting. I know that, I mean, it's freaking insane that this is 2 out of the 3 things that I wanted to manifest that's come true, 4 weeks apart. And the motorhome was also a part of that. Look, I'm going to show you, right? Because I don't know if you really believe it. Okay. Right. I'm going to show you the journal entry when I wrote this. Okay, so I just want to show you this. So this was what I wrote in my journal. Now, sometimes I do it as a Dear Diary because I find it easier. And you do it as present tense. But this was actually done at the very beginning of May. So I wrote this down at the beginning of May, and then it was the 16th of May that I actually applied for the job that I got. So these are the 3 manifestations that I said, wonderful manifestations that happened today. Now, they haven't happened in this order. So first one was the house sale completed and the total in my bank was 100k. Now, it wasn't exactly 100k, but it was damn close. Number 2, I got a job that allows me to work on my coaching and floristry. It pays really well and it's between school hours and the employers are really flexible. That, every single aspect of that came true. The employers are so flexible. They're so easygoing. It's hours that I want to do. It works all around my coaching and floristry and it's perfect and it pays really well. Now, I'm just blanking out my SP's name just for the sake of it at the moment because obviously it's not a done deal yet in the 3D reality, but I just kind of want to, just for now. So I just put my SP told me he is in love with me and wants a full committed relationship. I don't know what I put. Oh yeah, he wanted to know all my free dates so that he can arrange when to see me. He's invited me to stay at his this weekend. We are so excited. Thank you, universe and higher self. I am so grateful for these blessings. Now, that's the date of his birthday. But that's also the date that I predicted because they're 4 weeks apart. So look, 22nd of May, 4 weeks later, I get the next one. So I'm going 4 weeks later, I'll be getting that one. Now, that's not exactly 4 weeks. 4 weeks would be around about the 26th. So we'll just have to wait and see. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that one. Right, I need to get in the shower because I am one hot, sweaty mess. And then I'm going to go and get something to eat. I'm absolutely knackered. Oh my God, what a fucking day. So, you guys out there who are manifesting things, whatever you're manifesting, keep at it. You can do this. And yeah. Check me out in the next video to see what else I'm manifesting, because the next video will probably be when I receive my motorhome. I can't wait to show you guys around my new motorhome. I've only got a few more days to wait and then it's going to be here. Right, I'm off. Love you lot, peeps.